So we're less than a week now from move out date, and it's time to start packing boxes, which is really tricky when you live in a small apartment and you are going to be using most of the stuff and you don't really have anywhere to put all the boxes. But we all got to start somewhere. So join me in today's episode. I'm going to be packing up the house. My partner is going to be helping out, and we are going to try to get everything organized for our big move next week. And I bet you there'll be some cats hiding in boxes in this episode. So let's see how we go. Let's dive in. Hello there, and welcome back to Simple Essentials and the Minimalist Moving House series. My name is Emmy if you're new here, and I create videos to help you simplify your life in as many ways as possible. But lately we've talked a lot about moving house because I'm in the process of moving out of my 2-bedroom apartment, putting everything that my partner and I own in storage for the better part of a year, and living in temporary furnished accommodation. So pretty much everything in the house will need to get packed up and shipped into storage, and let's dive in and see how many boxes we get to. So we're going to be starting here in my living room. If you watched my previous tour, you would have seen this room in a little bit more detail, but we are going to be packing up this unit here today. Naturally, to pack, I've got my packing tape here, a big roll of that, and I've got a couple of boxes ready to go. This is just an old one from Kmart that I'm going to be recycling. We've got a delivery in that, and I've also got some big I've got another 4 or 5 of these bags in this one here. So I'm going to start with the boxes, and in this thing we mainly have games, books and things like that. So let's dive in. Okay, so let's take a quick look in here. So in this cupboard we have only got board games pretty much. Most of these I will be packing up because we won't be using most of these. In here I've got some random candles and home decor and stuff like that. I'll be packing most of this up. In here we've got my partner's gaming stuff, or some of it. We have a very curious cat. She loves packing house. And this is basically most of our library in here, plus my partner's record collection for the record player. So Freya and I are going to start packing this up. Okay, so that is board games and game consoles done. We're going to keep some of them, obviously, to play for the next couple of months, especially the ones we like, and I'm going to give that puzzle back to my friend. But I'm not going to seal this box up quite yet because I think my partner will have some other stuff he'll want to add to this, and there is a good bit of space at the very top there. So I'm going to leave that one open for him to add to when he gets home tonight. guys, so as you saw, this box is about half full of books, which makes it quite a heavy box. We have a moving trolley that we will be using, so we're not going to have to lift these things too much. But what I'm going to do is top the rest of it up with our sofa cushions, like, you know, our little throw pillows that we normally have on the couch, which is behind the camera. And these weigh almost nothing, and I will need to pack them somewhere. I've taken the covers off them to wash them before we move, but I am going to fill the box up with this, which is really lightweight. It will keep the books in place, and it needs to go somewhere. Alright, so this is now full to the brim, and normally I would pack books in smaller boxes because you don't want to throw your back out or anything like that, but this is good because I've been able to get a lot of my lightweight stuff out of the way, and I'm going to tape this box up because we're done. Another thing that I really do want to recommend, and you probably do this already, but make sure, especially if you're reusing old moving boxes, that you scribble out the old thing that was in this box and put what's in it now. I always put a label on the top and one on each, at least two of the sides, because you will find when you put this in storage and you're rummaging through, and especially for us where we're going to have things in storage for a long time, I already know I'm not going to need to touch anything in this box for the 9 to 11 months or so that our stuff's going to be in storage. But make sure that you write it on several sides, because that way you will easily be able to find it. Also, you might be wondering why I'm not touching the records in there, and it's because my partner really likes his record collection and his record player. So when it comes to the tech stuff here in the background behind me, I am going to let him pack all of that up, and I'm now going to move on to some home decor stuff. Okay, so as always, when you start looking into things, you find random things that are not where they're meant to be. So these things here are actually like sports massage things, so I'm going to put them with our sporting gear. This is a little light we often use when we go camping, so I'm going to put that in our camping bag. This here is tea light holders, and this is also a candle thing, and then we've got some decor stuff. I've got some stones and stuff like that from my travels in here, some lighters and stuff. So I'm going to check with Paul where he wants us to pack those. And then we have this absolutely beautiful box that Paul's grandfather has made a long time ago, and 2 candlesticks in there. So I'm going to have to start a box. Those are just some remotes, they're staying, and then this box we can use for something else. But I'm going to have to start probably a home decor bag for the, not the record player, but the rest of the stuff. So let's see what we can find. Alright, so welcome to my bedroom. You would have seen my clothing declutter. So in here is the wardrobe, and most of the stuff in here is just going to go straight into the wardrobe at the other end. We're going to be staying with family for the next little while, so most of our clothing and stuff will get there. I will do a full tour of our temporary home setup when we get to that point. But now I am going to tackle this one here, which is basically all of our towels and bedding and things like that. So you saw me pack the other blankets before. This grey blanket here we are keeping on the bed, and these pillows and stuff we'll still need for another few days. But my lovely moose pillow from my mum is going to go into storage. I've got a couple of these vacuum storage bags. I've got lots of stuff in here, so let's go. Okay, so that worked surprisingly well. In the very bottom here, I've got the summer blanket, the pillow one that I did first, and then I've just got my sheet, all my towels, sheets and sheets. So this is going to close up pretty nicely, and I'm pretty happy with that. wanted to share this little nifty trick with you. If you have moving boxes, like you can see the ones I'm using here are a little bit bigger than I actually need, which makes them very heavy when you're packing kitchen items. So you can actually cut them down a little bit and fold the sides sort of over each other and still have a really sturdy box that you can stack on top of other things. Because we got all these moving boxes for free from friends, we did want to use them. So I did this with quite a few of the kitchen boxes you've seen me pack. And a little status update, we're getting further along here. One of the last boxes due. I've got a couple of tubs from my pantry that I'll be using elsewhere in the house. And the shelves are starting to look empty. Most of these items here in the pantry is just things that we're going to be using up, some cat food, etc. That big cupboard is all empty at this point. I've emptied out all my cups and glassware, and you'll see me pack up the spices shortly. So really coming along, but it takes a while. I trust you enjoyed watching me work hard and pack everything up. It did take a little while, but it was totally worth it. And here are some of the boxes that were cluttering up my living room at the end of the day. Moving day actually ended up really, really smooth, and we did manage to fit everything into our storage unit. And I'm more than happy to do a separate tour about storage unit organization if that's something you're interested in. I look forward to see you guys in the next episode.